Hey YouTube world, it's your boy Haluta, aka Matthew J. Brownlee, and I'm back with another video. This is my Summerslam 2020 review tagline. You never seen it coming, and I WWE. I see what you're doing, WWE. We ain't see it coming. We ain't see this part coming, but I check out the show. I give it a little grade, and we're just gonna hop right into it. Uh, I got my handy dandy notebook on here, and actually, these notes aren't as these notes not as long. I'm learning how to take like little smaller notes, so these videos aren't like 20-30 minutes long. So, well, we're gonna see. We'll hope for it. So we're gonna get straight into it. Um, there was a pre-show match that I didn't watch because I was busy not watching it. Apollo Crews versus MVP. I guess from what I heard, the story was just youth and athleticism from Apollo versus like the experience from MVP. There was like I heard there was like a lot of back and forth. Um, Apollo tries to go for his big pop up power bomb like thing, and MVP reverses it. Tries to hit playmaker, but Apollo reverses that into his own power bomb for the win. So Apollo wins. That was one of my predictions. I got that one right. I didn't do. Let's just say my takeover predictions is a little better. So first match we're gonna go is Asuka versus Bailey. Um, Good match. The women like Asuka was like two for two. She killed it both times. Bailey and Sasha did really good tonight. Sasha and Asuka, in my opinion, had the best match of the night. But Asuka and Bailey was very good. Um, Asuka went straight in. She had some hot offense. Started with Bailey worked the knee a lot of Asuka's throughout the whole match. There was this one point like during Asuka's like her offensive flurry where she did like a jumping DDT, like she was on a steel steps and she did like a jumping DDT on Bailey. That was awesome. Um, Asuka goes up and she tries to do a splash, and then Bailey like catches her into like a knee bar ankle lock type thing. That was pretty dope. And then Bailey tries to do the same thing to Asuka. She tries to go on top rope, and I think she tries to maybe hit an elbow or something. Asuka catches her in the arm bar. That was pretty dope stuff. Um, Bailey got a near fall with a belly to belly. Uh, Towards the end of the match, Asuka goes for a hip attack, but Sasha was on the apron. She hits Sasha. She like kicks Sasha in the face. Bailey comes from behind, gets her with a roll up for the 1, 2, 3, and Bailey wins. Bailey is still your SmackDown Women's Champion. 2 for 2 so far. I'm out here. I gave this match a 4 1/4. I think I was 4 1/4. I thought this match was really good. After the match, they beat up Asuka more, working on that leg, toss her up and down. Sasha's happy. She's like, "Ha, no way I can lose tonight." Goofy. But yeah, it was good. It was a good match. They've been killing it. They've been MVPs along with Sasha this whole year, and the reign continues for Bailey. 320 plus days going strong. Uh, Next up, there was like a backstage segment with Dominic and Rey Mysterio. Mama Mysterio was back there. They was talking a whole bunch of Spanish. Dominic was telling Rey Mysterio don't get involved because Rey was like, I want to get involved if you need me, I got you. And Dom was like, nah, I got to do this by myself because I'm a big boy now. Next up, Street Profits versus Andrade and Garza. Um, Street Profits come out in some cool attire. Uh, uh, I'm pretty sure Zelina Vega was a comic book character, but I don't know who it was. This match was pretty dope too. Profits got a lot of offense early as well. Ford was in control for a little bit, and then he gets like his bell rung. He gets like knocked out. His head starts hurting again. Uh, Andrade take over a lot of this match with Garza. Uh, my boy gets a hot tag to Dawkins. He does his little 360 turnbuckle slam thing that he normally does. Uh, he loses two headbands. He gets one spear and loses the headband, and then Andre catches him with like that fake. I call it the phantom elbow, because he it's like he does one elbow, but he fakes you out and he hits you with the other elbow instead, and he loses the other headband. That's pretty trash for him, I guess. Um, he tags in. He then tags in Garza. Zelina, for whatever reason, was on the apron, and then he accidentally gets knocks her off. Dawkins accidentally knocks her off. I think Garza like kicked him or pushed him, and Dawkins fell into Zelina, who fell on the floor. Uh, Andrade was like, "Oh no, me girls, me chica." He runs down, uh, helps her out. Garza's like, "Yo, hi, tag team partner, supposed to be on the same page." Fine Buster tags in my boy um, Montez Ford. He hits this amazing 180 flip turn frog splash. He was probably up in the Thunderdome ceilings. Comes down 1, 2, 3. Andrade tries to get in, but Montez Ford or Angelo Dawkins makes sure he didn't do that. And Street Profits are still your tag team champions, which is cool. I gave the match three. I gave the match 3 stars. It was a pretty good tag team match. It was pretty standard, but it was not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Next, Sasha and Bailey has an interview. Kayla was saying that Sasha helped Bailey retain and stuff like that, and they're just saying you're just trying to stir the pot, work together, the best tag team, all that stuff. And then Kayla was like, "Well, uh, Sasha, you had Bailey's back. Will Bailey have your back tonight?" And Sasha was like, "Look, if Bailey can beat Asuka, I know I can beat Asuka." Bailey was looking at her was like, "Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can do it." And Bailey was looking at her like, "I relax, you meanie." And then they cut to something, and when they come back, Bailey somehow got like a broom in her hand. She was like, "We're gonna gonna make this a clean sweep," but she stopped sweeping the thing. I was like, "Where did she get that broom from?" It's pretty hilarious. Next up, Sonya Deville versus Mandy. This was no longer hair versus hair match. They announced that when Sonya actually made that announcement on SmackDown. Uh, Talking Smack, the next they said they officially changed it. It's no longer the hair versus hair, but it's going to be actually um, no disqualification match, and whoever loses leaves WWE forever. Uh, so uh, I think Sonya Deville was coming out here looking crazy. She was like broken Matt Hardy type thing going on, and it was funny. Not Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose came out here looking like Dolph Ziggler back in the I Am Perfection 2014 days. Somebody from one of these wrestling groups that I'm in, he mentioned that he was like, "This looked like Dolph Ziggler from I Am Perfection types." I was like, "Oh my god, he does look like the 2014 Dolph Ziggler." So that was pretty funny. This was a physical. This was a pretty physical match. You know, they really did their best to put on a decent match. Um, there's this one spot where that I thought that was pretty impressive. Mandy Rose, when she was finally able to like pick the chair up, pick the table up, because it was like she was having really hard time putting up the table. Um, she did this spot where she set the table and then she tries to go get Sonya. Sonya like I think she hits her with a candlestick or a chair. She hits her with something, and she kind of brushes that off. She grabs like she goes under the ring and she grabs the chair on the table. She starts sliding the chairs on the table, and Sonya was like trying to matrix out the way, trying to not get hit by the tables. That was pretty innovative. I like that spot. It was a good spot. Um, Towards the end of the match, though, Sonya throughout the match was trying to hit knees on Sonya Deville. She finally gets one knee, but she gets a two. The end of the match though, she hit like four knees. I think she hit like three or four knees, and then she hits her finisher. It's the fairy tale ending that Tommaso Ciampa does, but I still forget the name that she calls it. But it was the fairy tale ending, and she hit her with another knee for the 1, 2, 3, and Mandy Rose picks up the win. And Sonya Deville leaves WWE. So this is probably, if you don't know, Sonya Deville had a pretty big scare with some crazy guy who tried to get in her house and rob her, do some weird stuff, and it's probably something that she wanted to take time out of instead of the hair match. So that's probably what they did for her. So she'll probably be back eventually. I don't know when, but she'll probably eventually be back when she's ready to come back. Um, Towards the end of the match, though, well, at the end after the match, she's celebrating. Otis comes out with his money in the briefcase that everybody seems to forget that he has. Celebrate. He picks her up. Miss Elizabeth, Randy Savage style. Mandy Rose tries to do a caterpillar. Caterpillar. It was really bad, but it's kind of adorable. It's kind of cute, but it was really really bad. She should never do it again. Um, and I gave the match a 3 stars. It was pretty decent. They tried their best, and it wasn't horrible. Next up, this is the match I wanted to see: Seth Rollins versus Dominic. Man, Seth Rollins first of all comes out, and my man got Rey Mysterio Halloween Havoc 1997 gear on, and oh my good, yo, that gear was fire. That gear was flame. It was like, oh, it was like purple, had the question marks on it. Oh my god, it looked so good. It was so nice. Not to be outdone by Dominic Mysterio, he had like a dope blue Captain America, AJ Styles cosplay type gear. It was actually really really nice. One thing about Dominic's attire though, well, it wasn't nothing bad, but he needs to take the that jacket off because he was wrestling in the hoodie. It kept looked like it kept getting in his way. Like every time he kept doing it, he kept having to go like do this, like try to take it off. Seth Rollins did use an advantage. He was taking it under him and he was beating him under it. He was taking it off and like ripping him off like that. But this match was really good. It was like pretty much like the veteran versus rookie type match. Seth Rollins was, being over cocky veteran. It's like, this is your son, Ray. He's talking trash to Rey Mysterio. This is your son, Ray. This is what you got. And Rey Mysterio's like, yeah, that's my son. That's me familiar. It's like, I relax. He would, overtake Dominic. Dominic would do like a cool move, kind of stun Seth Rollins a little bit. He'll look at him. He's like, yeah, that's my son. And Seth Rollins is like, okay, Dominic, I see you out there. I see you in the streets. And then he beats him up, tells Murphy to grab Kindle stick, and Dominic's not letting that happen. He gets the Kindle stick. He starts beating the holy bejesus out of Seth Rollins with the Kindle stick again. He's chasing him all over the place. Then he goes back in the ring and he takes Dominic out. Um, Yeah, this match was really good. There was the spot where Seth Rollins, when he was beating him, he had the table. He grabbed the table and he wanted to put the table in the ring. He wanted to try to put Dominic through the table, like superplex him through the table, because he had the candlestick up. Dominic reversed, like he was elbowing, reversed it, had grabbed the candlestick, kind of Russian leg sweep through the table on Seth Rollins. That was a cool spot. And then he follows it up with a frog splash. Shout out Eddie Guerrero, Viva la Raza, for a cool 2. Um, I gotta flip it over because I already said all that. That was cool. The table pool, yeah, I got that. Oh, going to the end now, guys. In the end, Seth has handcuffs. Like he grabs handcuffs from from Murphy. He sets up the handcuff. Mama Mysterio comes out, right? Ray senses Mama Mysterio. He goes to Mama Mysterio, like, "Hey, chica, mi love, mi amor, no, por favor, go back." However, he said go back in Spanish. He was pretty much telling her not to go back. While he's trying to get her to go come from back there, Buddy Murphy comes out, starts beating up Dominic Mysterio. Him and Seth Rollins are just tearing up Dominic Mysterio, throwing him in the barricade, all that stuff. And Ray sees this finally. So what happened was Murphy was doing the eye thing. The eye thing to the steel steps is what he did to Rey Mysterio. Is what everybody's been doing. So Buddy tried to do that to Rey Mysterio. That's when Rey Mysterio comes up. He starts handling the business because throughout the whole match, Seth Rollins was like, "Hey, you want to help your son?" Rey Mysterio's like, "Hey, my son, do you want me to help? I can help. I come in here. You let me know." And Dominic kept telling him, no, don't help me. Stay down there. I don't want your help. I want you to stay down there. He goes, all right, okay, I won't stay. He doesn't want me. He doesn't need me. And every time he would go up, Murphy would be on the other side, like looking, is like, nah, you try to come in. I got this. So finally, he goes to help him. He tries to take them both out. He can't. He throws Dominic again. And then Seth has the idea to handcuff Rey Mysterio. He handcuffs Rey Mysterio. He's helpless. He grabs a kendo stick and he's about to hit Ray, but then instead he like kind of looks back. He's like, "Oh, Mama Mysterio, hey, how you doing, lady girl?" He goes back. He goes up. He starts walking towards the ramp, going like that. Looks like he's trying to do something evil. But Dominic's like, no, 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 not my house. He starts beating him up. He starts attacking him, beating him up. Murphy tries to come in. He's starting to beat Murphy up too. He hits Seth Rollins with a cool 619, like apron 619. He brings him inside. He hits another 619. Ray is loving it. He's trying to tell him to hurry up and get up and finish it off. But Mysterio's hurt. So he's like really, really slow to do it. He goes on top, tries to hit another frog splash. Seth Rollins gets the knees up. And then he hits him with a really nasty power bomb. I was like, damn, that power bomb looked like it hurt. And then after that, he like drags him, talks more trash to Seth. Is like, hey, you come save your son now. Ray's trying to go and help him. Nope. Smooth transition spin, curve stomp. One, two, three. Your winner, Seth Rollins. Uh, I gave this match a 4.25 stars, 4.25 stars. This match was really, really good. The storytelling of this match was phenomenal. The wrestling was really good. Dominic was really new. He's really green still. He's learning, but for his match, just like Pat McAfee last night, his match, he killed it. He did really, really well. And the motion in it was really good. I wrote in this last part that Dominic really needs to lose that jacket. I'm over that jacket. He needs to lose it. Next up, championship match number 2 for Asuka as she goes against Sasha. I almost said Bailey for the SmackDown Raw Women's Championship. She lost the SmackDown one. As soon as the bell rings, Sasha's going for the legs that was worked on her earlier by Bailey. Sasha hits this nice, flawless, but very, very ruthless sunset flip powerbomb on the outside. Oh, woo! Give me heebie-jeebies. Uh, they do a thing where they're both on the top of the turnbuckle, and Asuka hits like a DDT. There's a lot of DDTs from Asuka today. That one looks really, really bad. Um, they were in the corner, and oh yeah, there was this one spot I just decided to mention it because it was a really cool spot where there's a spot where you're sitting in the corner, like the bottom corner of the turnbuckle, and you grab their legs, like because they're trying to hold on to the They normally do it when they're on the ropes. They're trying to hold on to the ropes or the turnbuckle, and they lift their legs up and they set them with a power bomb. Asuka did that to Sasha, and like Sasha reversed it into a code breaker. Oh, that was beautiful. Asuka has Sasha in Asuka lock, tries to roll through it and puts her in another Asuka lock and puts her in an Asuka lock again. Sasha reverses it into a pin for a two, and then straight into the bank statement. And then they do the thing where Sasha puts her like she goes to the rope, and Sasha kicks her feet off the rope, and she goes for that again and holds it, and then somehow Asuka transitioned into an Asuka lock. That was crazy. Um, So Sasha escapes the Asuka lock. She goes after Sasha. Bailey's on the apron again, just like there was earlier. Asuka goes for another hip attack again. Both of them move out the way this time, and then Asuka just boom back fist Bailey into the floor. Sasha tries to go for a backstabber. Asuka somehow again flawlessly reverses into another Asuka lock. Sasha is calling out for Bailey. Bailey's nowhere to be found. Sasha has to tap. Your winner and new women's champion for the Raw side, Asuka, two times. Um, I give this a 4.75, four and three quarters. That match was phenomenal. Um, if they would have probably went a little longer without the distraction from Bailey, probably would have been a 5-star match. Like they really, really did really, really good. And now it was funny because towards the end of the match, Sasha was like, "Ooh, well, here's your tag team title." Yikes. That's hilarious. Next up, WWE Championship on the line, not main eventing. Wow, that's weird. Why would they not main event? Randy Orton versus Drew for the WWE Champion. Early mind game for Randy Orton. He kept rolling out the ring. He kept backing up on the ropes, trying to get Drew to come back. Uh, and then he almost hits an RKO on Drew. Drew rolls out himself, and he's getting a little frustrated. He's like going in his head. He's like, oh, okay, okay, okay. And then Orton gets the upper hand. He's doing all his stuff. He's laying in some slams. He's doing his patented foot stomps. He's doing the back body drops on the announce table, the stuff that he likes to do. Then he like poses for the virtual crowd, which was funny. And then that's when uh, Drew McIntyre takes advantage. He lands a lot of chops, a lot of hard chops, which I'm pretty sure Orton did not appreciate. He hit him with a figure four leg lock, and he had that in there for a long, long time. He's about to tap, but he grabs the ref and he pulls him, like he kind of yanks him back out of position. He pokes Drew McIntyre in the eye, so the ref didn't see it. And then the match, though, Orton hits a draping DDT that he tried to do earlier, but he failed. Does his little stalky stalk, goes for an RKO, but instead he decides to go for a punch kick instead. Drew reverses it into a power bomb. He gets him with a nice looking power bomb. Sets up for a Claymore. Randy Orton like matrixes out the way. Basically, Drew does a back bump, and then Randy Orton tries for another RKO. Drew reverses it for a backslide for all things for the 1, 2, 3, and yeah, Drew McIntyre is still WWE champion. This match was good. This was a match that involved no finishers, no RKOs, no claymores, no punt kicks. There was a future sock. There was a future sock DDT though. There was one of those. There was a signature. But I give this match a 3.5 stars. It was really, really good, and I really, really enjoyed it. Um, Main event o'clock. Before the main event, real quick, they did announce that Keith Lee will be on Monday Night Raw tomorrow. So for all you people that was hating on Karrion Cross winning that title, I told you, it's what I said. Keith Lee, he had the North American champion 7 months. They were like, "Yo, we're gonna give you the NXT championship. You're gonna hold it for both times, and then you're gonna drop it to Karrion Cross, and we're gonna send you to the main roster." Exactly what thing would happen. I knew it was gonna happen. I told you. Anyways, it's somebody got to be right sometimes. It might as well be me. Fiend versus Braun Strowman Falls Count Anywhere match for the Universal Championship. A lot of big spots. Bray hits an impressive Uranagi and broke his neck twice. They go on the outside. Bray is grabbing like a toolbox, and Braun is realigning his neck. I say I gotta get my neck back in place. Braun hits like his own like chokeslam Uranagi type thing on the announce table, and the announce table didn't break, so that kind of sucked for Bray Wyatt. Um, Braun hits a running power slam. They Bray kicks out, of course. They fight in a gorilla position where Bray's tossing Braun all over the place. He hits another Uranagi plus a Sister Abigail for only a two. They come back on the outside where the crowd is. Um, Bray goes for a mandible claw. Braun fights out, lands another running power bomb for a two. He goes out where that toolbox was. He grabs a box cutter. He starts tearing up the ring, Zoro style. He's trying to get that wood floor on the bottom, so he could probably hit a power slam on him. He tells Bray that he should just die. He wants him to die, just die already. Uh, he looks, he turns around, Bray's up, Uranagi, Sister Abigail. He said, "Nah, we need more than one. We gotta have another one." Boom! Sister Abigail number two. One, two, three. Dang, just like that. New Universal Champion Bray Wyatt. Just like they just gonna end it like that, huh? Well, it was nice, Bray Fiend New Universal spear. Oh my God! Whoa, my Jesus! Where did that spear come from? Boom! Turn around. Roman Reigns comes in. Boom! Spears my boy Bray Wyatt out of his boots. I was like, yeah, damn, where did that come from? And then he goes on the outside. He sees Braun. He's like, oh, is that Braun over there? Oh, that's nice. Hey, Braun, can you get up real quick? Boom! Spears him too. It's like, damn. Talking trash. He talking all the trash. He said, this is what he said. He said, "You're not the." He said, "I made you. You're not the monster as long as I'm here." Woo! And then he goes over there. Everybody thought he was about to get a mic and talk. No, no, he doesn't. He goes to get a chair. He starts beating the shit out of Braun Strowman. He's like, boom, 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 boom. I was like, God. I was like, all right, Roman. I see you, Roman, out here with your new T-shirt. Kill everybody and leave. I saw that. It said kill everybody and leave. That's what it said. That's what it looked like. It said kill everybody and leave. I think it said destroy everybody, destroy everyone and leave, something like that. I think it was sort of like Stone Cold shirt. It's like race. No, it was like Brock's shirt. It was like Brock's is like eat, sleep, repeat or something. It was something like that, or race hell and leave or something like that. And then he goes back in the ring. Sizes up Bray Fiend Wyatt. Boom! Another vicious spear. This spear got a little bit more oomph in it, and he picks up the title. He says, "I run this bitch." Holds up the title and stand tall. And I ain't gonna hold you. I never saw it coming, because that's the tagline. You never see it coming. Out of all the things, that was one thing I never saw coming. So so we know. So by the way, I gave this. Actually, I didn't even rate this match. I gave it a 3.5. The match was fine. The ending part was the big part. I gave it a 3.5. It was fine. All in all, SummerSlam was really good. I give it about a 4 stars, 4 stars out of 5. The women's all the women tonight killed it. Sasha Bailey, Asuka all killed it. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville were really good. Dominic and Seth Rollins was really good. And the main event was, it was what it was, but Roman coming back is money. So that's what I rate that. What do you guys think? Let me know. Oh, by the way, my boy Roman got some nice teeth. See you next time. I'm out.